Hello Pisces, I'm Jenny Fitterer and welcome to your December Tarotscope. So I've pulled a single card for you for the month of December and we're just going to see what is coming up for you. So the first 2/3 of December is Sagittarius season and then we will be rolling over into Capricorn season once we hit the December solstice. So the card that I have for you for December is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the Seven of Wands reversed. So this is the way that it looks the right way up. So we have this sort of scene here. In the background, we have a bunch of people kind of going about kind of pastoral working scenes. We've got all of these wands kind of rayed up like a ladder there with different hands reaching up towards it. Got this little kind of blue stick figure with a bit of a big pronged thing, a little swirly at the bottom, and we have a candle flame right there. And this is the way the card came out. So I'm just going to go to the gigantic book and see what the Seven of Wands has for you this month. Okay, Seven of Wands, a new level. This card often appears to be rather puzzling. It is all about the power of our actions. In the background, we see scenes from rural life in the olden days. They represent our life's journey with its many stages that sometimes repeat themselves at a higher level. Articulated at an angle against this background, 7 wands and 4 arms and hands can be seen. Hands and arms symbolize what and how we appreciate and handle things. This card indicates openness and reserve, the palms of our hands as well as the outside, and similarly of our actions. Our handicaps, that word hand again, can be identified in the image as the hand with the protuberance and the fingerless hand, the first and second hand from the top. When arms and wands lie across our life's journey, they indicate that we do not have to accept what is being handed to us. We are being encouraged to march to the sound of our own tune and shine our own light. Yet we are warned not to put up any unnecessary resistance towards life. The thin blue figure on the right shows that we all possess roots that reach deep into the earth. See the spiral at the foot of the blue figure. We possess tools that enable us to reach for the stars. See the crutch or pincers that elongate the right hand of the figure. We are always on an evolutionary journey. We constantly learn to deal with complex tasks and handle our energies. The 7 wands arranged one above the other represents a ladder with 7 rungs, a Jacob's ladder which bridges the gap between heaven and earth, between our wishes and reality. Practical advice. All existing facts can be changed by your actions, but doing just for the sake of doing and morbid ambition will only harm you. It is of utmost importance to reach a new level and to use your power wisely and in a relaxed manner. Okay, Pisces, this is both, I know I always say this, it's an interesting card for you, but it really is, I promise. So this card, because it's talking about the power of action, the doing power. And action, and as this card is a wand card, and so that's the energy of fire, fire is very actionable and impulsive and has a lot of willpower, and you're a water sign, so you're kind of the contradictory element here that's not quite like, doesn't have that quite spark to jump into action so much. And Pisces in general as a sign is very much about dreaming and about possibility and thinking and envisioning sorts of things that can happen and kind of, yeah, like daydreaming is such a, like, often a really like fun and kind of refreshing thing for a Pisces, but what that can often look like is kind of all dreaming and not a lot of action. It can be a lot harder to translate those visions into the steps that you would take to then go towards the action. And sometimes you're even dreaming or daydreaming, not because that's even what you want, like dreaming of what you really wish as a goal, but just kind of dreaming because it's self-soothing or dreaming because that's just an interesting way to interact with the beauty of the possible. But tying it to a goal, you might talk with a lot of people and you have all these dreams or visions and they might be very goal oriented and be thinking, okay, like, what should we do? Like, how do you want me to help you with this? And you're kind of like, what? Why? Like, that's not what my dreams are for. That's not what my visions are for. Why do we have to jump to doing stuff all the time? So there can be some of that tension sometimes, or there can feel like this sadness of, I have all of these dreams and visions, but I so struggle to make it real. I don't know how to take action on it and make it tangible. So you're in luck. There is some energy that you can use this month. So this month, like I said, the first 2/3 is Sagittarius season. So Sagittarius is bright fire energy. It's definitely really big, expansive energy of far-reaching concepts. I'm trying to think about higher learning, very philosophical. So in some ways, Sagittarius energy can pair really nicely with Pisces, because Sagittarius is wondering about what's true and wanting to learn and grow in the mind and thinking of kind of higher order thinking. And that can be combined with the Pisces vision to really have this massively expansive kind of view, where some people are like in the day-to-day, and you're like, but think of what's possible and think about all of these ways in which we're all connected together. That's a really great way that the Sagittarius sort of energy of expansion can lend an even more grandiose sort of sense to that Pisces kind of dreaming and interconnectedness. But then how do we like do something about that? This card is really wanting us to is showing us the power of our actions in order to climb that ladder to a new level. So, and that's kind of where we're going to get this assistance once we hit December solstice and start Capricorn season, because Capricorn is the gift to Pisces in this case. Is goal-oriented and task-oriented and is focused on achieving the vision. So, but you need to have the vision to get there. So lots of people in Capricorn season, they get this desire to work more. But if they don't have a vision and they're not working to anything, it's kind of like the hamster in the wheel. They're expending a lot of effort and energy, but it's not really connected to any sort of purpose. So if you might have the opposite problem of like, I've got all this vision, but like, how do I even get there? So this card, it's really encouraging you to like to utilize that Capricorn energy, because in the beginning of this month with Sagittarius season, we can hone in on your vision. So you can take your dreams, which can still be kind of intangible sometimes, expand those dreams into a vision, which has a lot more clarity to it. It's not just kind of vague, what if this might be nice, but this is actually what I see with this brighter Sagittarius kind of fire light. Like I see this vision. It's something that is possible if only I can kind of like muster the strength to get there and climb that vision, climb that ladder, instead of just kind of being stuck there and being like, what's up there? And then we've got this injection in Capricorn season of doing the work and starting to do that work and really thinking, don't get hung up on trying to get up here. Just try to look at the next rung. All you gotta do to climb is go to the next one. And I'd like to be able to hand you more specifics of like how that might look for you, but since this is a general reading, I can't. The specifics of your situation is going to be what dictates what that next little step might be. But it's really, this is a good time to try to get those hands going. It did come out in reverse for you, so I do get that this might feel like not that easy, or even feel almost like the ladder is actually climbing down instead of climbing up. And so it might feel like the progress or the vision or where you're going, it's not always like the higher vision, the greater dream, the bigger job, the greater paycheck. Like, we often can get focused on the vision of this expansion, and our dreams are always supposed to take us up and out and more and bigger. But that, you don't have to have that kind of vision. You don't have to have that kind of dream. Your dream could be to be smaller. Your dream could be to work less, to actually, you maybe overexpanded yourself and you're like, actually, I have a vision of tranquility. I have a vision of wellness. I have a vision of feeling really good in my body and having time and energy to just like kind of cocoon. And here, if we're in the northern hemisphere here, we're in the winter. This cocooning is really nice. So maybe what this ladder, actually this reversal, isn't so much it might be really hard to climb the ladder, but it might be that your vision is to go inward, to go down, to bring the energy in and be restful. And that's an excellent dream to have. So I'm just going to encourage you, if that's you on either end, if you're dreaming up and big and expansive and you're just needing a little bit of extra Capricorn juice to like climb you up to do that work, or if what you actually just need is the permission to go down, to go in, to climb downwards, not down in a trajectory that's bad, but just that's more restful kind of yin state. So either way, this card's that kind of permission, either permission for you to go in or an encouragement for you to keep climbing up, whatever that might look like for you, Pisces. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it with that. That's that I don't so much have specific tips for you, more just just that encouragement that either direction is an excellent one for you. So that's that for December, Pisces. Best of luck. And if you are wanting any additional sort of support, the Sagittarius season workshop is up and available on the YouTube channel. It's Pay What You Can workshop to me as well. And then, of course, once we hit December solstice, then I'll have the solstice and Capricorn workshop available too, a little bit later in the season. So those are both available. Thank you so much. And yeah, best of luck on your little ladder there, Pisces, and have a good December.